Today I'm in Bristol visiting one of Sam and Zak's latest serviced accommodations that they're taking on. These guys take on large serviced accommodations. They've niched down quite a lot to provide very luxurious spaces. And we're in Bristol, pretty much the city centre. Here it is right here. It's a 4-bed. So we're going to go in and find out all about it. They were just stood here. I don't know why they've shut the door on me. I guess they want like a knock and, oh, hey, can I?
Sorry, no milk today.
Cool. Let's go for it then.
Welcome to the latest living room. In there. It's,
so this is live, yeah? You can, book this property.
This instant right now. If you want to come and sort of get amongst the shite, you're more than welcome to.
Nice.
It's definitely mid-refurb.
You're really tall, mate, aren't you?
Yeah, I know. I grew a few inches. My missus asked me.
So obviously this place is undergoing works. When did you take it on?
Not the Monday gone, the Monday before.
Yeah.
Was that the 11th or the
11th? Yeah.
Yeah, the 11th of November.
And as you can see,
I will do anything to not work outside.
what is this?
This is going to be the hot tub area. Obviously not in the kitchen. I just will do whatever I can to not work outside.
Yeah, it's horrendous weather outside, mate. I can understand, like, if you were short on space to build a shed.
When I started building this, it was snowing and I wasn't doing it outside.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Build a shed in the kitchen.
This will be where the hot tub sits. A little area here that you can sit, bar area to put your drinks on. Big double doors, so there's going to be sliding doors, double glazed sliding doors on the front of it. Fully insulated.
Yeah,
fancy
nice.
lights.
And it's going on this patio?
It's going on that patio, so to the right hand side, further down, it will pretty much be at the end
nice.
there.
Yeah.
That's how it's going to be.
It's not very often you see a shed in the kitchen.
It's not a shed, it's an outbuilding.
So how many bedrooms is this place?
This one's a 4. You've got 3 bedrooms on the first floor, and then you've got the master on the top. Smallest room's gonna have 2 single beds in it.
2 singles.
Single, wardrobe, bit of artwork around it. Pretty much it.
So Zak, you're actually in a video, bro. It's been a long time.
You managed to catch me, yeah.
Sam didn't tell you I was coming, did he? He was telling me on the phone yesterday. He was like, I'm not going to tell him. I'm not going to tell him. So what's the plan for this room?
We've now upgraded, everything's king size beds. We're doing king size upgraded mattresses as well. Spent more money on them, but definitely worth it. So king size, it's going to be that wardrobe, artwork, and a set of drawers.
Yeah.
Feature walls like we always do.
Did you have to whitewash this property?
We have whitewashed
some of it.
Some of it.
Okay.
The house was the guy that owns it is a builder. He's done all these works. Like his missus has never lived in a complete house, basically.
The standard builder lifestyle.
Standard builder lifestyle, yeah. So
yeah, but it looks a great spec. Good baseline spec, nice doors.
It was about 95% there.
Yeah.
There was just a few bits and pieces that he come back and did, which was very grateful for.
Bathroom, lovely bathroom.
Nice bathroom.
Yeah, that's really nice, isn't it? I do like the black and white.
Yeah, it does. It's the only proper bathroom in the house. You've got the toilet downstairs.
Yeah.
And then a bath upstairs. But yeah, it's nice. We built half of this. The carcass was already there. I built some shaker doors for it. And so these are going to be cleaners cupboards. It's locks on them.
Okay, perfect.
There's actually CCTV inside there.
Yeah.
For the front of the house.
Did you install the CCTV?
CCTV was already there.
Okay. Are you going to use it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Might as well. It's
Yeah.
there. It's already installed.
Yeah.
It's good to have.
So what's the plan for this room?
Then drawers in the corner there, wardrobe over there, king size bed, so your feet are at the window, feature wall, artwork. Job done.
Nice.
And then you're about to get bath there.
Oh, 100%.
Now we've got our first guest in here.
You're alright. He doesn't like me.
So the master, bath in the middle of the room.
As you do, with a projector.
Nice feature, yeah. Projector. Double bed's going to be there. Feature wall that Rachel's currently putting together as we speak.
Yeah. Yeah, the views are pretty incredible, aren't they? I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah. Give us a smile then, Rachel.
Bristol city centre, just there. So if you look in the distance, that's Bristol city centre. We're not a million miles away, it's about 10 minutes into the centre.
Yeah. See you on a bus line as well.
Yeah, buses go past it all the time, so... Yeah, it's
So what's the plan for this room? This is a bit kind
We're gonna have
of
a
different, isn't it?
makeup desk, getting ready area here. Bed's going here, obviously facing the projector. And then we've got this unit and a double wardrobe. We haven't totally figured out where that double wardrobe will sit yet. Might be that this unit has to go in a different bedroom, but we'll see.
And the projector is going up?
Yeah, projector's going up.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I think you didn't install the bath, did you?
No.
The plumbing was there.
That was sort of the main selling point of this house. When we come and viewed it, we looked
It's
at
pretty
this.
cool.
Very cool.
Yeah, we looked at this and went, yeah, that'll definitely...
Yeah, we'll have it. Yeah. Okay, guys, how did you meet?
Yeah, but where did we actually meet first time round? It was
Physically, it was the
physically.
first event that you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, your
in
first
Birmingham,
event.
wasn't it?
Yeah, first event in Birmingham was where we actually met.
Yeah.
And then we took numbers.
Hit it off from there.
Hit it off. We was kissing out the back before you knew it.
So Zach, walk us through, how old were you when you joined me?
21, I think. 21.
There you go.
Was it 20?
You can have the mic.
Alright, cheers. I'm 22 now. No, it was 20. 20, I was 20. Yeah.
He was 20, I was 30.
When you joined, you were as an electrical apprentice, yeah?
Yeah.
Driving all the way to Birmingham from Newcastle.
Yeah, every week.
And how much were you being paid per month?
It'd have been about 1,200 quid if
Yeah.
I was lucky, yeah. Maybe it's 1,100.
2 weeks into the mentorship, you text me saying you quit your job.
Yeah.
Why?
It's a long story, but the course was just ridiculous. That electrical apprenticeship course was an absolute joke. I weren't learning anything, and I was getting paid peanuts. And the people I was working, I just knew there was just something more substantial to go and do.
Yeah.
This wasn't it. This was not what I was supposed to be doing. I could earn more than that.
Yeah.
I knew that.
Yeah. So 2 weeks later after he joined, text saying he'd quit his job.
What was the first property?
Hey?
St Augustine.
Yeah, St Augustine's, wasn't it? You stayed in that. You was the first
I did
guest.
say in that. I was the first guest.
He got gassed out.
He was very...
Oh yeah, gas ball turned up.
Yeah.
turned up.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, good start. I'm glad it happened to me.
On it, yeah. Major gas leak. Yeah,
So
class.
fast forward till the moment you guys started to talk about JVing. How did that come about?
Trying to sell me a deal.
Yeah, it was because I'd found a big 7-bed with the same agents that got me my first one. I wanted to take it, but I didn't have the cash. So originally I was going to sell it to Sam to take it, and then he rang me and said, "Do you fancy doing it together?" And I thought, well, yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Get the best of both worlds,
That's
really,
it.
don't I?
That's it, because I think I actually put you guys together, because I think you messaged me saying you had a deal.
Yeah, more than likely.
And I said, Sam's looking to buy a deal.
Yeah, I think you rang me,
from
didn't
that
you?
point, we had a bit of a conversation. Yeah, we had a chat and said, what, instead of doing this separately...
So that was coming up nearly 2 years ago now, that you joined forces, wasn't it?
Yeah, I suppose it's coming up.
Not too far away.
Yeah, but not too far off, 2 years, yeah.
Yeah. So how did the first 6 months look like as a JV partnership?
I mean, I would say we've been mint from the get-go.
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever had any real issues. Like
No.
the business was slow to begin with. Like we took on the Trafalgar, which was the very first one, which was a flop, but we had to figure that out ourselves. So the Willows, which was the proper deal, that's what we sort of cut our teeth on, and we learned that it's not straightforward. It's not easy, but we learned a hell of a lot of things along the way and figured out, we can do more of this. That house started to make some good money. We got some decent guests in, and we're like, let's do more of this.
So check out this video here. This is their very first JV properties, large property. Really good tour.
The 7-bedroom was, it had some good bookings in it, but we've literally just let that one go as well now. So we've passed that one back.
Yeah, because we were just talking about it's not really your standard anymore, is it?
No, it doesn't fit the brand. Yeah, not anymore. It was good to get started, and we learned a load from it, but
mate,
it just doesn't compare to
What would you say you learned the most from doing that property? Because that's what set up the rest of your business and your brand, essentially.
Yeah, I suppose it gave us a direction, or a starting direction, and then we narrowed that down to be more on the
We sort
side.
of tripped over the luxury side, didn't we? We kind of fell into it where we took on Cross Lane and we was like, right, we should put a hot tub in this. We should.
Well, I was keen on hot tubs.
Yeah. We should do something a bit more because the house was quite spec. Don't get me wrong, it was shite when we walked in.
Which
the door.
one?
Cross Lane, where you went to last.
Leeds.
Yeah,
Okay.
Leeds house,
that was
yeah.
minging when we first
When
got
we first got in that.
So watch this video tour as well.
Yeah, that was minging, that house, when we first come in the door. And then we had to turn it round. Complete paint out. It was painting it out, top to bottom, front to back. I did lots of major works in that house. Major works. Oh, I did. There was major works.
There was a canny bit to be done.
Yeah,
like.
we was there for six to 8 weeks. Was that 6 weeks?
Yeah.
It was 6 weeks of solid graft to turn it into
Yeah.
what it was. And it weren't fucking easy.
So to get your business off the ground, you used investor finance to start. Do you still use investor finance now?
To begin with, we didn't use investor finance. It was my finance.
Okay.
So when we took on Willows,
Yeah.
I'd financed that deal, and then from that point, we then took on investor finance. So
I guess you had
then-
proof of concept.
Once we had proof of concept and people could see that we was worth investing in, that's when
Yeah.
money started getting thrown at us. Not thrown at us, but there was more people that were happy to go, yeah, I'll give you 10 grand, I'll give you 20 grand, I'll give you this, I'll give you that. And it just sort of all come from there.
This is your first property in Bristol, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bristol was like second London.
Yeah. Closest ones, Somerset. That's our second best performer, but our best is the Lake District.
That's amazing, because I would have honestly put that Shepton Mallet property as your least.
Really?
It's in the middle of nowhere.
It's
You've got to drive like
beautiful.
5. Yeah, it's beautiful, but it is in the middle of nowhere. Nothing going
That's
on around
peace.
it.
That's peace, tranquility.
Yeah.
Middle of
You have to
nowhere.
make the house the draw. It can't be the area.
So if you want to see that property, check out this link here.
Yeah, the houses have to have a draw. They've got to, like this thing that we're building in the back there. This
In the
is going
shed.
to be the draw.
In the kitchen.
Right? It's going to be part of the draw. You want to pull people to the house not just because of the area. It's not these houses that we create. They're not just places to lay your head.
They need a
They're
wow factor, don't they?
They're an experience. You're going to walk in and be like, oh, I've got a pool table. Oh, we can play darts. Oh, we can go and get in the outbuilding and get in the hot tub. We can
Yeah.
do this. The kids have got a trampoline down the garden. Like, we're trying to cater to everybody. Predominantly, we want families. Don't want parties. I hate parties.
Well, parties probably can't really afford it.
Yeah, they can.
We are starting to price them out, and with deposits and all that other
Yeah.
stuff, we're definitely getting less and less of it. But they do still creep through every now and again.
Yeah.
Noel View had one at the weekend. So the house in Somerset, we had
It does happen at some
I had
times. Happen at the weekend.
untold amounts of issues this weekend from one guest. Like, we've charged their deposit. That's the first deposit we've actually
In a
ever. Well, I don't know. Is it?
No, I've done a couple
He's done
before.
one,
But it's
okay.
very, very rare I have to charge a deposit.
Yeah.
Very
So let's talk about that then. You guys have been in this business for nearly 2 years. Well, over 2 years, but JV nearly 2 years. Now that you're this deep into the serviced accommodation business, is it what your expectations were at the start?
I wouldn't say
It's a bit more intense than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it is intense at times. Like when you're taking on the properties that we do, and
Well, yeah, you've only got to look around, you know, this property.
it's
there's
not
a lot.
like we're managing one property anymore. There's several now, so they're all going to add a workload to you
100%,
at some point.
yeah.
You try and farm all of that out. You try and get other people to do the large majority of it, but it does still come back. You are still
Then you become
management.
a
You are
manager.
still-
Yeah, that's it.
you are still managing these properties, aren't you?
But to be fair, I think if it was the management on its own, it wouldn't be so bad. But it's because you're doing the management while trying to grow
Yeah.
and get new properties, and there's just not enough time in the day to try and.
yeah,
Is it stressful?
yeah, it can be. But again, it's really enjoyable.
Yeah,
Like it really does
It
depend.
is funny, isn't it? 'Cause
It's
It's
a
a
real
roller coaster. It's just one day something mint
Yeah.
happens and you chuffed a bit, and then the next day you have a party.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then
And you've got that to deal with.
But when you're doing these refurbs, like I actually enjoy it. So I could be like I said to Kenny a couple nights ago. I was working till 3:30 a.m. You don't realise that's what the time is because you're enjoying it so much. Like I don't know if I'm just weird and I enjoy building sheds in kitchens, but yeah, doing the refurbs on houses, I'm happy to work until 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning without even realising. And you're like, oh shit, we'll go to bed, we'll catch a couple of hours, and then we'll do it all again. And you're enjoying it. You're like, oh, this is decent.
I would take it over any 9 to 5. Like
That, yeah, exactly,
thing,
definitely.
yeah.
Has it given you the life that you were seeking?
it's on its way. It's
Yeah.
definitely there.
Yeah.
It just not quite.
Well, what were you seeking?
Peace. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're wrong business, mate.
Yeah, we're on our way. And
Yeah.
it's slowly getting a bit more and more peaceful, but no, not quite there yet.
You've got to fully learn the ropes to outsource it, but then you become a manager of the person you've outsourced it to, haven't you?
Yeah, I think once everything is outsourced correctly, we'll be. In
I
a
think
much
what
better
people
position.
might be thinking, you know, is you you outsource your properties to a serviced accommodation property management company. That's not what you do at all.
That's expensive.
It is very expensive.
It's expensive.
And you're putting your business in their hands.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to keep everything in house, and that's what you guys are doing. Is bring on grow a team.
Yeah,
essentially.
effectively, it's what we're doing. We're growing a team
Yeah.
of people to look after all the day-to-day crap.
And you're still the CEO of the company.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're both directors. We'll stay as directors, and then all this work that we'll farm out to other people, outsourced.
Yeah.
And then eventually we get to go off and skip into the sunset.
So you've outsourced guest communication now, haven't you?
Yeah,
orders.
to an extent.
Okay.
And he does some other job roles as well, like doing our repeat orders, like the shampoos and all the bits that we put in for the guests. Charges, we have like an early check-in and late check-out fee. He deals with all of that. He takes a commission of that, but he just sorts all that, so we have no involvement with that, but it gives us revenue.
And gives him an incentive.
He's effectively, he covers his own wage every month through the early check-ins, late check-outs. Like we're charging 30 quid an hour from people. He's paid for himself.
Yeah,
within
nice.
the month. Twice over?
Yeah, definitely worth it.
100%. Because everybody asks it. Everyone's like, can we have an early check-in? Oh, can we have a late check-out? Yeah, of course you can. It's £30 an hour. How many do you want? Do you want 2 hours before, 2 hours after? It's
How many would you like?
Yeah, it's 120 quid.
Yeah, but when that happens, are you not concerned that you're reducing your window from getting the property cleaned to the next check-in?
No, because he speaks to the cleaners.
Yeah.
So Hamza will contact the cleaners directly and say, is this available for an early check-in on this day? And they'll go, yeah, no problem, we can accommodate that. Or they'll say, no, we can't do that.
Yeah.
And then we
It's
can't accommodate
subject to
it.
availability.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we always say subject to availability.
Okay.
If we've got a check-in, check-out, same day, it's going to be very difficult for you to get an early check-in.
Have you had anything happen where the property's complete mess and they've late checkout?
Yes.
Is that very rare though?
Yes.
What?
Trafalgar.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
if we're counting that.
Yeah, if we want to go down that road, yeah. Yeah,
That was bad.
the very first one we took on, it was like bloody gang members or someone.
Instead of stealing the PlayStation 5, they threw it on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, they carved things into the wall.
They got
The
knives,
kitchen knife.
kitchen knives. They got like chicken or something and just smeared chicken all over the wall. There was sauces all over the walls. Like they nicked. What did they nick? They nicked the iron. They didn't nick the PlayStation, but they nicked the iron.
Yeah, that'd be handy.
I know what I'll take. A brand new iron. Thank you very much.
Just mental cases. And there was about 20 bottles of...
Oh
What's
yeah,
that?
not the laughing gas
Aye,
or whatever.
yeah.
What do you
Oh,
call
so
it?
they're high as can be.
Like nitro. Yeah, there was bottles and bottles and bottles of this stuff.
Kids booked it.
Yeah, somebody booked it, but we had a problem with Booking.com at the time where I think it was the channel manager wasn't talking properly.
Yeah.
They weren't talking to one another, so they'd selected pay on arrival. Well, who the fuck are you paying on arrival?
Yeah.
There is nobody to pay on arrival, so
Simple setting like that can
no,
ruin.
we kept
cause
changing
so
the
much
setting.
hassle.
Yeah.
We
Trouble
kept
was-
changing it, and they kept changing it.
Booking.com changed so many settings all the time. That is literally what we have all the time with mentees. Booking.com messing with settings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're difficult, like.
They
can be.
They can be a pain in the arse to
That's
work
where the
with.
majority of bookings come from, but they are the worst.
No,
Not for you.
Not for us.
We find
No.
I suppose you're a different niche, but for contractors,
What would you
Oh, yeah.
What would you say our booking rate is through?
I would say roughly 70-30 split.
Yeah,
Airbnb, Booking.com.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then obviously you get the odd direct booking.
And then you get direct ones, which we love. We love direct bookings.
Yeah.
We'll take direct bookings all day long.
Do you get a lot of direct bookings?
Not loads, because we're not promoting enough funds.
Yeah, your
social media and
brand.
stuff. It's just not.
Are you
big.
promoting your brand in listings on Airbnb?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
but only as of recently.
Yeah.
So
You'll
that's
see,
going to take some time to.
you'll see more conversions to direct then.
Yeah.
As time goes on, I'm
Yeah.
sure we'll see more conversions, but right now it's predominantly Airbnb, Booking.com on a 70-30 split, or 70-25, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And VRBO, you do get odd ones
Yeah,
from
but-
random ones every now and then.
So what advice would you give, Zach, to anybody that would have been in your position?
Get started. Don't try worrying about the details, because you'll only learn the details by doing it. You just have to get in there
Get started.
and just you really have to put the effort in, and you can't stress that enough. The amount of time, I don't think people realise ever. It's pretty much 24. You've got to be working every day.
You've got to commit to it.
It's a big
Especially,
task.
yeah. If you've got several houses, the phone can ring. Like, me and Zach both fully expect phone calls in the evenings if the shit is hit the fan.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, we expect it now. You never 100% relax. You're like,
But it's a
Do I don't-
sacrifice, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
It's a sacrifice for the first couple of years, and then you start to ease that out, and you've got the asset then.
Yeah.
You've got the asset without the headache. Or without most of the headache. You're not going to get rid of all of it. But.
You never get rid of all the headaches. There's always going to be headaches, but that's just life. But surely they're the headaches you choose, rather than the ones from a boss that's breathing down your neck, right?
Exactly. Which, yeah. I mean, this business is so worth it, though, isn't it?
Oh,
It's,
yeah.
It's so worth the stress, the consistency you need to keep up. That's entrepreneurship. I think that exists in any single niche.
I'm happier as a person doing what I do now, rather than what I did
Yeah.
beforehand. 100%. Like, genuinely makes me happy. I can get up in the morning, like, I'm sleeping in this house, I get up in the morning, I'm like, right, let's get my nail gun out.
Let's get a coffee and
let's
crack
get a
on.
coffee and then let's just crack on. And you're like, this is great.
Yeah.
I'm actually enjoying this. But if it was for a company, like 4 o'clock would come around and I'd be like, time to go, boys. See you in a bit. Like 4 o'clock comes around and I'm like, I haven't even started yet.
Another coffee.
Yeah, let's have another coffee. Let's go for another 4, 5, 6, 7 hours.
It's just, it's just
It makes
different.
you want to do it.
It's different,
Yeah,
isn't it?
It's definitely
And
different.
I try and stress this so much. Like people, I don't know, watch on YouTube and they think, okay, so it's rent a house, rent it out again, make £800 to £1,000, profit a month. They don't understand all of the in-betweens. It's a HMO business, SA business, there's deal sourcing, there's
so
much.
Yeah. But even in the SA business, there's different niches in that.
Yeah.
You can just go down rabbit holes and
Yeah, there is so many different niches.
pick your target.
In SA now.
Yeah. Pick a
Who
target.
is your target market? That's what you need to figure out first and foremost. Are you going for contractors? Are you going for the luxury? Are you just going for a place that you can rest your head for the night, something cheap? Like, it just depends what you're after. If you want to go into the higher end of the market, it's going to be a higher entry fee. It's going to be much harder to manage. Or it's going to be much harder to put
Well, that's what
together.
you've done. You've niched right down.
Yeah,
haven't you?
yeah. We've niched into the areas where people come in, they spend a fair amount of money on these places, and if we haven't got it right and there's a problem, we're going to know about it. But if you've just got a standard crap hole that there's not really much to it, you've just got a bed, the wardrobe, a few bits and pieces, there's not really much to complain about. Like, does the shower work? Does the heating work? Yes. Have we got clean towels? Yes. Cool, we're mint then. Everything's fine. With somewhere like this, there's so many more variables in a house like this.
How do you go about doing due diligence on these large? Because you've niched down so much, like comparables are few and far between.
Yeah.
Is it a stab in the dark?
But
I
yeah.
think it almost makes it easier when I don't know. It's
'Cause it's a massive
Very hard
investment.
to explain it really.
He's got a spidey sense. He just gets a little feeling.
Almost that is a big part of it. I
It's
go
just-
off gut, and I've not been wrong yet on gut.
Yeah.
We knew Trafalgar wasn't going to be right. Deep down, we knew that was going to be a problem.
We said, we
And
did
it
say,
was.
let's just see what happens.
This
right?
was a
Let's-
I told them, so I tell every mentee, do not take on one beds. Sam, all right, Kenny, yeah, we've taken on a one bed.
Yeah, but you also say don't take on 7 beds.
Yeah,
That's not in the action course.
Not anymore, it ain't.
Still not in the action course. Yeah. This is a different niche, isn't it?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm really proud of you boys. It's incredible to see where you've come from. Joined 20 years old, 21, electrical apprentice, 39.
Fuck off. I got ID'd yesterday.
No, you didn't.
I fucking did. 20. I said, how old do you think I'm? She went, 21. I was like, you're taking the piss. I was only asking for a vape. I was like, have you got ID? Really? I love you. Here it is.
Yeah, in black and white.
In black and white. How old? You're 32? No, you're not 32. It's like,
So
Take it.
you're 22 now, you're 32.
yeah, it's 2
Yeah.
years between us.
yeah,
So what's the long-term plan? You got one?
yeah. Do this same type of thing, but own the places.
Yeah.
And do something way more special. Because if you own it and you do something special, you're getting money from both ways. You're getting your cash flow and obviously
Building
the value
wealth.
of the asset. So it's a no-brainer really. It's just going to take time to get to that point.
What's your thoughts on serviced accommodation business model, like changing with the regulations coming in place?
Just deal
Well,
with
the
it.
regulations, yeah, you just got to deal
Yeah.
with them.
Just deal with it,
Yeah,
and then
it's
you'll
a
be one of the only ones left. If the people who bottle it, well, you've got less competition now, haven't you? So it's
Yeah,
perfect.
if you don't do it, we definitely will. And then
Yeah.
now you're not our competition. Fantastic.
Yeah,
In fact,
see you
don't do
later.
it. Don't do it. It's fine.
This is why I love these guys.
Yeah, there is regs. But the regs for fire alarm systems now, they said for serviced accommodation, you now have to have, is a guideline to have a smoke alarm in every room. Well, they've just brought out the new regs for landlords, and this landlord here has just put in smoke alarms to every bedroom because he had to. Before he could give it to us, he had to put smokes in every room. So that's already taken care of. So from every new property we take on, it should have smokes in it from the get-go. So that's another one of the big regs where, and that was the main sort of stick point. We're like, right, it needs a wired system to go. It needs to be a mains plugged-in system. But now the landlords are taking care of it for us. Happy days.
Nice. I mean, everyone's always looking for the excuse not to start, aren't they? Like, I can remember Facebook blowing up and all of the property gurus doing videos on YouTube saying, you know, Airbnb is dead because fire regs for SA come in place in October 2023. And it's like, just become compliant.
Just get,
Yeah.
You've only got to be seen taking steps to becoming compliant.
Yeah.
Everyone just assumes you've got to be fully compliant.
Oh, I need to do a fire risk assessment now. All right,
And if-
I'll pay 300 quid or 200 quid to get a guy to come out to go and look around the house
I know.
and say you need to
They
do
give
this.
you a report,
Yeah, they give you a report. You need to do this, 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 and this. All right, it's that.
And I think people are having the same barriers, like they're putting a barrier, oh, that's why I'm not going into that business because of the regulations that might come in place.
Stop worrying about the details.
Exactly.
Just,
Get in it,
yeah,
man.
just get in and do it. Like, do your due diligence beforehand. Make sure that the property is something that's worth taking on. But when it comes to the regulations and things around it, don't sweat on it. It's something that you can take care of. And if you can't do it, somebody else can. You'll know somebody in your contact list. If you're part of the Rise Up group, there'll be somebody in that group that can be able to, you can pick up the phone and go, Sam, what do I do here? Or Kenny, what do I do here? Like, it's there.
Yeah.
So instead of making excuses, just do it. Like, it's not necessary to get bogged down with the details, because if you get bogged down with the details, you'll never begin.
So how long are you guys here doing the refurb?
Oh, who knows?
Probably be another couple of weeks.
Ideally, we wanted it live by December.
To be fair, I think you turn around properties really fast.
Yeah, because
For
we
the-
work
for the amount of
silly
work,
hours, that's
yeah.
why.
Just because it costs so much every day not to be live.
Exactly, yeah. So
Yeah.
it's you have a fire up your arse, don't you?
Yeah, you do have
Do.
to fire up, rocket up your ass. And if it's enjoyable, you're happy to put in the hours.
Yeah.
I'm happy to put in the hours. Sometimes if you've been flat out and you've been solid doing it for like 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, you want to go home. You're like, just get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
When's the next property after this one? I think I always ask you this.
Yeah, we'll see.
Well, we're going to do some upgrades on all the rest of them, aren't we?
Yeah, we've got some
Seasonal upgrades.
Yeah.
So we'll be dotting about Leeds, Lakes, Knollview, York.
We haven't done York with it.
No,
See,
don't
these
know.
guys take on service accommodations all over the UK. Like, people starting, they only look on their doorstep, or, you know, they're like, I'm in this location. How's that going to work? And my answer is,
That's how it
go everywhere.
Yeah.
How bad do you want to become financially free?
Yeah.
I want our houses in the best locations in the country.
Yeah.
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 So that's where
I just don't get why
Yeah.
people restrict themselves to a location.
We don't restrict ourselves to any given
Let's
location.
just get in the car.
The Lake District is 6 hours for me.
Even if you've got to drive 6 hours to spend 3 weeks in a property, that is going to give you at least £1,000 a month, at least. Like,
A grand.
I won't waste my time.
for you
I
boys,
won't waste my time.
the standard rent to rent, like at least £1,000. I'd happily, to replace my job, drive 6 hours, spend 3 weeks kitting out a property, systemize it from the get-go.
Well, yeah, that's
Yeah,
exactly
so
what we
right.
did, because we're happy
Yeah,
to do
people
it.
just aren't willing to do that.
You have to do it. You've just got to suffer for a little bit to not suffer later on.
Yeah.
You don't have to go there. It's pretty rare we have to go to the houses.
No,
and over time that'll get less and less and less the more people we have in place.
Yeah. The more people, the better your power team is, the less you go there.
Yeah.
If you've got a decent power team and you've got a handyman that can look after most things, your cleaner tells you when something's broken. It's just phone calls. Like, Sam, such and such is broken. Oh, fantastic. All right, Dave, can you go there and fix this thing? Sure.
Have you actually got a power member called Dave?
No, we haven't got Dave. Dave was just somebody I pulled. He's actually Richard is actually his name from up there. Is it Richard? No, that's Leeds, Richard.
Where you think now?
Yeah, just have a power team. Be able to pick up the phone. If you've got somebody who's already agreed to go there when you can't, you can pick up the phone and go, I need you to go and do this. And they'll go, yeah, no problem. How much time have I got to do it? You've got the next 2 days. So you've got a day, or you've got 6 hours. Like, can you get it done in that time frame? Yeah, no problem. Perfect. They get the job done, they send you an invoice, you pay the invoice, you forget about it.
Yeah. And you've got to factor those costs in before you take the deal on in the first place as well. So you're
Right.
well aware that's going to be there. That's a cost that's going to happen. You're going to have maintenance. You've just got to factor it into the numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just have to.
Well, appreciate the tour, guys. Click here. I'm going to come back and do a finished tour.
Yeah, come see it when it's all done.
So click here if you want to see the finished tour. I'll add it in when it's actually finished. But
There you go.
yeah.
We'll see how we go. Right.
Nice
Cheers,
one.
mate.
Bye.